Good morning, welcome to a morning review. This is Kim Watson speaking on Tuesday the 29th of September. Okay, so let's look at the euro dollar first, and as you can pretty much see, yesterday we ended up with quite a decent up day there, putting in a reverse pivot swing, looking quite bullish, and already this morning we're pushing up and we're already at the daily R1 pivot. So at the moment all I can say is the euro does look rather bullish, but whether it's a little bit overbought is another matter. It's certainly closing in on that sort of on those sort of overbought levels. Now I was just looking at potential resistance levels for this move. You've really got last week's highs there, last Thursday's highs. At the moment, well, it could push up towards those. We've done just about everything we should do this week. We've already hit the weekly pivot. It's whether or not it can push up to those sort of levels, and maybe up into its R2 area. So as I say, R1 already hit R2. It's got the daily pivot untouched below. I think that may be a big ask from where we're sitting at the moment, but if we do see it sell off at some point, that certainly would be a target. As news-wise today, well, we haven't got a significant amount of news which should affect the euro, really. We've got the German CPI and then Spanish CPI, so we've got some inflation figures coming out, but they have such a little effect, and it's so unlikely we're going to see any increases in inflation, but increases in interest rates caused by the inflation for some time. Whilst they're still talking about taking extra measures, I think those figures would just be overlooked, and they're quite low grade numbers. So it's, as I say, we're down to just pure technical trading today, as I can see. Okay, pound dollar. But the pound, for some reason, seems not holding up with the euro. It's a bit of a strange old move that what we're seeing here. Yesterday, it actually, as expected, it moved up for a point, but then has rolled over again. I was looking at previous weeks, Friday's price action, and the low they put in here, the double bottom that was put in. I was looking to see we would have got more of a bounce up to the upper bands, and I may have expected something more. The fact it's just consolidating here may just confirm its weakness and the potential for it to break down further towards the 1.5 area. But for now, looking at a 60-minute chart here, is it's just a bit too much detail in here. Let's just get a clearer chart. There we go. And we're pretty close to daily pivot, not too far away. That 50 has not, well, it held temporarily yesterday. We got through that. We were in a long position at that point. But eventually it rolled back, and as I say, do have concerns over the strength. In terms of the short term, well, we haven't put a lower low in as such, and well, that's arguable actually. We put this higher low in when it was confirmed, taking this low out here, and actually just looking, we put this low in, we put probably a lower high in, and we've actually just about taken that low out, so we have put a lower high in. So at the moment we're in this sort of position here where maybe a break at some point of the lows here could see us running down towards the S1 and Friday's lows there. So that's a possibility anyway. Right, looking at the dollar yen. So this sort of goes along in line with the euro strengthening. The dollar yen's continued its move. It's put a pivot swing in yesterday. Today it's running through that sort of move and heading back south. So showing the strength of the yen against the dollar. So it's the pound that seems the odd one here at the moment. Again, we're still in this sort of bigger range here with the dollar yen. Could come off some more. Looking at the shorter time frames, it's got an untouched pivot above it. So a bit like with the euro in that respect, but it's got a big ask again to get back to these sort of pivot levels, which have a reasonable probability, and sort of like a 70 pip hit. So it's quite a big ask at the moment, and it's already hit the S1. So maybe taking a bit of the edge away, but if it continues running this way down where we've got the prior lows from Thursday, well, That's really, I'm just coming back here, Thursday's lows, and then really then you're sort of looking at there's plenty of other singular lows that it may just come down to and find a bit of support, and eventually maybe that 118.73 area, which we saw price sort of kicking around that sort of area a bit more, 119 maybe. Okay, dollar yen, right, let's have a look at the Aussie dollar. And again, this one is a bit more like the pound in terms of the way it's been selling off here. So we've seen the move down, gradual sort of deterioration, effectively. Of looking from a 4 hourly, it's just not just a single move or a single bar that's caused this sell-off. Still got the weekly pivot above us. Really, it's just a case of whether it can get to. I mean, it's similar-ish to the pound in a sense. I mean, this though has come all the way down to its S1 here. Maybe if it can put a sort of, I mean, it's put a bit of divergence in on the hourlies here. If it can get a bit of traction to the upside, maybe it could work its way back to the daily pivot. As I said yesterday, when we got the Aussie working as it is, it's often quite slow in some of its moves and can take quite a long time. As soon as I said that yesterday, I think it moved quite quickly for a few seconds, but in the main, the Aussie can be a bit of a drifter, and this could potentially drift back towards its daily pivot. Again, actually, it's double bottomed on that on the low through this Asian session. The 6 o'clock bars double bottom with last week's low. So maybe we could see with that divergence a move upwards. But if it continues selling well, we're already down at the daily S2. We could come off to the S3 even at 69. Okay, that's it for me. As I say, news-wise, well, there is news. We've got news at 8:40 this evening, which will affect the pound more than anything else. But we've got the Bank of England governor speaking at Lloyd's of London. Okay, but even that won't probably affect too much today. Certainly not through our normal trading period. So that's it for me. Hope you have a great day. I'll catch you in the morning. Bye for now.